All right, all right, all right. Ooh, we are back with another episode, man. And to my left, I have
The guy
the
that they
guy.
love to hate.
Man,
I'm always getting in trouble.
man.
I just be talking, man, like just enjoying my life, chilling,
Mm-hmm.
and I always be saying something that just
You say a lot.
irritates
You know what's crazy? It's
the
like
community.
on the reels, I'd be over here just nodding along. I'd
Right,
be
you
like,
leaving me for the wolves, bro. Like I don't be getting no support. Like it's funny, but I do think it's funny though
Mhm.
because so the thing about one thing that I did want to mention about podcasts, I think is really funny. And
Yeah.
I think we definitely saw this on the Walmart clip that
Mhm.
went viral. And we see it here and there where people are like, they need to make podcast equipment more expensive.
No, it's already expensive.
Well, so I want to say there is no such thing as podcast equipment. Okay, we everybody that does podcasts is using regular camera stuff. Okay,
Yes.
it's a regular camera. It's mics that we use
Yep.
regularly. Everything is just regular camera stuff. There is no designated
Mm-hmm.
podcast stuff. There's people that do podcasts with their phone.
Yep.
So when y'all be talking like we need to make it more expensive, that makes me laugh every time because our camera stuff is hella expensive.
Yeah.
First of all. Second of all, I don't get where it's like if you are watching something that you don't like, just keep it moving. I see reels all the time that I'm just like, this is dumb, or I don't relate to it,
Yep.
or whatever. And you know what I do? I just scroll right past it.
I think that's kind of weird to like comment hate
Right.
because for
Right.
me, I say a lot of wild stuff. I do a lot of wild things out there, but to comment hate on
Yeah.
somebody's post or to like call somebody out or say like, "Oh, you're this," and it's like I could see if like the insult or something matched what I was talking about, but
Yeah,
you
yeah.
trying to throw personal shots at me
Right,
or
right,
how I look
right,
or the hat I
right,
got on,
right.
like things like that. Like,
Which is
yeah,
hilarious, which I don't even see. I don't see most of like I only saw the comments on the Walmart thing because you sent it to me.
yeah,
Because I've done YouTube videos for a long time, so I already know like
mhm,
you don't like you can't be in this game and be worried about what people are
comments.
going to say because
Yes,
there's always going to be people that's coming at you
mhm,
sideways. They're going to be attacking you in any way they can attack you. That just comes with the turf
yep,
of doing what it is we do. So I never pay any attention to that stuff, but when I do see it, I'm always just like, when people are doing podcasts, most of the time we're either talking in general or
mhm,
we're talking about like somebody specific.
mhm.
It's 99 million times out of a bazillion we're not talking about the person that commented because we don't even know you.
You don't know you.
So it's like basically you just saying, all right, well, what you just said struck a nerve
Yeah.
enough for me
Mhm.
to want to comment.
The thing is, I don't even read the comments like
Yeah,
that. I
yeah,
don't really. That's why it gets hard for me to even respond to a lot of comments.
yeah.
Um, it's just so weird. Like I don't spend time on social media enough to even be
Right,
invested. I go back to the thing and it'll be like, oh, 100 new likes and this and that. I'm like, oh
right,
snap. I
right.
keep going about my day. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right. And
But
it's it's just that's just interesting. Like I'm just kind of like if you don't first of all like you don't have to listen to nothing that you don't want to listen to. You
mhm,
don't have to watch anything that you don't want to watch. Of course, like you don't always know what it's going to be until you watch it.
yep,
And it's like if you want to comment and that's the life you live where it's like you go through and you just comment negative stuff or you don't even want to address what was said and you want to attack the way somebody looks or you want to attack something that doesn't have anything to do with it.
mhm,
The reason that doesn't bother me is because I feel sorry for you.
I do too.
Because if like that's the type of life you have, that is, if you're gonna respond, that's cool. If I say something and you want to respond directly to it, I don't have no issue with it. But
Mhm,
if you want to attack things that's completely left from that,
yeah,
that just speaks to you as a person, and I just feel like that's sad, and
yep,
that's why I would never address that stuff
yeah.
because
And
it's just not worth it for me.
and what I can say is like two different things I have kind of blew up from this podcast. One, the Walmart clip, and then two Sony users. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
right, right.
And it was like two different
They're
audiences.
Sony users, bro.
I mean, but I can respect though that they just rolled for their brand
Right,
and that
right,
they left it at that. It
right,
wasn't nothing crazy being said, no personal
right.
shots. It's like it's just camera talk and you might be like, oh, my camera better than yours. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But that Walmart stuff, it was like, oh, you this, oh, you that.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean, there was so many comments. There
like,
was no way I was going to invest the time to go and look at all of them. But I
man,
did see some of them. But in the clip that I sent you, where the guy was, he was basically saying like, if you, as a female, if you got to put on makeup and you using
oh,
filters,
here
you
we go.
ugly.
Hold on.
And when I saw that, I was just like, okay, I already know there's going to be some girls
Mhm.
that's not going to like that. And I got a point of why I brought that up. But to speak on that though, it's funny because how can you not hear that and see the validity in that? Like if you gotta not only put on makeup, but now you got a full beat on and you still using the filter, like why like, how can you just like as a female or is anybody, because anybody can, wear whatever you want to wear. But how can you justify that and not see that point?
No, I feel that because I've definitely been catfished out
Right.
there, and I mean like bad. Like I was on one of my dating apps, and I'm swiping time. I'm in college, so I'm swiping. Boom, saw something. She looked good, like slim, thick build type.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, and mind you, this is nothing wrong with how she looked, nothing like
Right,
that.
right.
But if you were presenting yourself that way,
Right.
maybe I would just had a different reaction if I would have
Right.
saw you naturally up front.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What I thought I was getting.
Right.
So I pull up because she stayed on campus, right? I pull up to like her parking lot. And she comes out and I'm like, it's like this 300-pound girl, face chopped.
Right.
But mind you, she had makeup on. I think even Photoshop stomach, like for real. And she was like, "Oh, I'm outside." I said, "Oh, you must be behind this girl." I was like, "This girl gonna move." Like, what's up?
Like, where you at? I see a girl, but that ain't you though. Where you at?
For real. So I'm like, this girl in the way. This girl, like, it ended up being her. And like, I respectfully just told her, like,
yeah,
hey, like, this is not you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's not fair.
Yeah.
So I'd be using filters, makeup, and then to feel some type of way about that, saying like, I think guys just naturally want to see what you look like.
Right.
Prepare me for the worst.
That's all it is. And that's why I don't understand why women, and again, gotta put the disclaimer. Now,
Yes.
it ain't gonna matter because this wouldn't be in anything that gets clipped. But when we say women, we ain't talking about 100% of y'all, but whatever. But I've never understood why women get so emotional about that when it's just like, at the end of the day, everybody likes what they like. Okay. If I liked blue-eyed blonde hair, if that was my thing, and in your pictures, you're blue-eyed blonde hair, and then I see you and you're dark hair, dark brown eyes. If that's not what I'm into, I'm not gonna like that.
Yeah.
And if I say that, that's totally fine to say.
That's fine.
But the female gonna take that as I'm trying to say she's ugly or she's this or she's that. And it's just like everybody has their preference, right? So it's just like at the end of the day, if you're presenting yourself one way, and then when you show up, you're a different kind of, like you're different. I don't know how you can get upset or be in your feelings about somebody saying this isn't what I've signed up for. Like what I signed up for is not what I'm seeing in front of me. Respectfully, I want what I signed up for. That's not saying that there's anything wrong with you. It's just not, but that's not what I signed up for. So you can't be mad at me for that. If I took my cap off and I was bald headed, you know what I'm saying, big ass forehead, like there'd be girls that would be like, oh, like you was cool with the hat on, but you took the hat off and it's like, man, now you look like you 50.
Yeah.
There would be girls that wouldn't like that. I probably wouldn't wear a hat too, like, and things like that. Like if I'm doing a dating profile, I wouldn't wear a hat because I'd be like, hey, I want you to know when I don't got this hat on,
that's what I look like.
This is what a nigga look like.
Yeah.
You might can you rock with this or not? Because if not, I don't want to waste your time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm all for preferences. And it's not just one way, it's both ways. I've had girls tell me, oh, I like guys from the country who are white. I'm like, oh, cool, respect to you. I hope you go find it. I don't think you racist. I don't think you this or that. I think you have a type that you find more attractive than most. Cool. But I think when they hear, oh, okay, I want a girl who is this tall or whatever, or this weight or whatever, and it's like, oh, you hate women.
Right.
Nah, I have a preference to like what I like.
Right. You like what you like. And there's nothing wrong with that. Now, in that video I sent you, where I was going with that to tie it in, there was somebody in the comments, and you always gonna find it. So he said his statement. He wasn't talking about anybody in particular. It really was a hypothetical situation. Like if you do this and you do this, you're ugly. And of course, you got girls in the comments, oh, you ugly, you this, you that. And it's just like, is that you? Is he talking to you? Like, did you feel like he's talking to you? Do you feel like in your heart and spirit, do you feel guilty because that struck a nerve? And so your natural reaction is to try to say something negative back. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, if that's not you.
Yeah, you good. But I feel like a lot of them use makeup as a way to be like, oh, it helps with my confidence. And if you don't want me to be confident, then or I feel more pretty in
That's
it.
that lack of accountability though.
Yeah.
You know, because let's call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
Like, well, if you need makeup to be confident, then that's an issue in and of itself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, it's cool. Makeup's fine. I personally would love for makeup to not be a thing. I've said that, when I was heavy in the model community,
Yep.
I was big on that. Like, I
Yep.
was like, I would love for makeup to not be a thing because I think women are unique.
Yes.
Just as they are.
Yep.
And so I would almost say most of the time when I see a female in full beat, I'm like, to me, you look so much better without the makeup. Like, I don't feel like makeup is enhancing most women that wear it. I'm like, you look great without the makeup. Like, you put the makeup on, like, I don't think that it looks good. And it's like, even saying that, if this got clipped, there'd be somebody that would have something negative to say when I'm trying to say you look beautiful with your natural face. And you still would have women coming at me about, well, we don't do it for y'all, all these things. And it's just like, we just saying we appreciate
I agree.
the natural of that. Now, into that defense, because there was, I think it might have been that same video where somebody commented and was basically saying men say they want girls it's all natural, but y'all don't go for the girls it's all natural. And when I read that, I was just like, well, that's not true. We do go for the girls it's all natural, but we don't know what's natural until y'all present what y'all are to us.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I might see you and think that it's natural and like what I see, only to find out that, you had a lot of makeup on, you had eyeliner, whatever.
Yep.
A lot of times we could tell, but case in point, it's not that we don't go for that. It's just you don't see that that often. Or if you at the club, something like that, and it's dark, you know what I'm saying? That type of scene, like, you might not know the scale of, what somebody's presenting.
Yeah, I'm not going to speak on like what a woman should do with makeup and anything like that, but I personally like, if you do have it and if you are doing it for like a little touch up, a little, if you have lashes, it's a little something short. It's nothing like full butterfly type of lashes, and this girl I'm dealing with right now where, she had braids, long braids. She was here. The other day I came back, her braids were gone. And I was like, but see, to me, because I grew up around black women, it was like, okay, that's cool. Because my mom and my aunts, like, I've seen them with they natural hair after they get their hair taken out, stuff like that. And honestly, it made me just kind of more so like, okay, like, cool. Like, obviously, you're going to get your hair done and stuff like that. I don't care. But she kind of was like, oh, my hair's not gonna look crazy. And I was like, I mean, you good. Like, my response wasn't like, oh, you need to fix it right now.
Right.
Like, like, duh, you black. I get it. You had braids in your head.
Right.
You just took them out.
Right. And honestly, there's nothing wrong with
there's nothing wrong with that.
That's the thing. Like, there's absolutely, and I get like culture and society has made women feel like they can't be themselves. And I will never sit here and be naive to that fact. Like, even if a female wanted to be comfortable in her own skin, society hasn't bred that culture to where you can do that and you're accepted. In most cases, like, if you went to a lot of things that women go to, if you went barefaced, as a matter of fact, I'm just as guilty as this as anybody else. There would be, when I was working in the corporate world, there was one girl that, if she came in without eyeliner on, I'd be like, you good? You tired? You know what I'm saying? Because just like her, because I was so used to seeing her with the eyeliner and stuff that when you like, it's like same thing like when you see people with glasses that wear like actual glasses, and when they don't have the glasses on, they look totally different. And you're just like, man, like you don't even look like the same person without your glasses. So it was that. So it's like, that is like multiplied times 10 with women, where it's like, if you went to anything barefaced, they would just be like, why didn't you show up ready?
Yeah.
And it's just like, well, this is my face. Like, what are you, like, I am ready. This is what I look like. And that's not accepted in most things.
No, I feel that. I don't know. I think that, but also I think that makeup times is like, okay, like, how do you feel about models coming to photo shoots full beat? Because I don't like it.
I don't like it because I don't think that it looks good. I think maybe the problem is that whether it's the model themselves or their makeup artist, and this isn't to bash people, but we keep it real here. I don't think that makeup artists or people that are doing their own makeup, I don't think they're good enough. Like, one of the strong suits of a very good makeup artist is that they can do something that complements the skin tone, the facial structure, all of that. Because it's not just like applying the makeup. It's, you know, based off of your texture, your tone, your structure, this is what would look good on your face.
Yes.
That's what makes a good makeup artist. I don't think a lot of makeup artists possess that skill. And obviously people that do their own makeup, they don't really possess that skill because they only do their own. So what they think looks good, it just doesn't look good a lot of the time.
If it's for like, you know, like obviously costume or like the theme of the shoot fits that, like you got red lip gloss, you know, that's like the look. That's one thing. But if it's like an all natural shoot and we're out there doing just little quick digitals and stuff like that, then like I've had a girl who wanted to do a shoot and to submit to an agency. And she said, okay, I'm gonna do my makeup. I said, I don't think you should do your makeup to submit to an agency because they gonna want the raw unfiltered look probably more
for sure
than you all dolled up
for sure 100%.
They don't know what they're working with, what they don't know who they sending out or who they even hiring to do this job with all that stuff on. You know, I think the natural beat or natural, not even beat, but just natural style, and you do your hair, whatever like that. But I've had girls literally argue me like, and then also on some photos, I'm like, you put too much makeup on it. That's all I could capture right now is this makeup melted off your face in this Vegas heat. Like, let's be real here. Let's be real. So I don't know.
I would just rather they come natural, but I'm just real big on natural. I always push natural.
Me too.
I've had girls that they've talked to me about getting enhancements done, and I'm always like, don't do it. Like, just appreciate what you have and become confident and comfortable in what you have. I've always preached that, and I will leave this earth preaching that. Like,
all women look beautiful natural.
I agree, and it's like you are who you are. At the end of the day, you are who you are. And I have seen over the course of my life, I have seen people that are not attractive. Especially, I'm gonna speak on the guy side because that's really what I can relate to. I've seen guys that it's just like, ain't no girls. You wouldn't think any girls would be saying they're handsome, they look good, and they pull dimes. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, they just accept this is me. So I ain't gonna focus on what I look like. I'm gonna focus on, you know, my personality and how I talk to you and how I treat you. And believe it or not, contrary to what social media will have people believe in, that gets you very far.
It does.
You know, like girls a lot of times will act like they want this. But then when you see who they actually deal with, because there's a difference between who they on social media is saying they want, and then you see them in real life, and it's like, so this is what you actually go for. It's like looks is not as important as people. It's important, but it's not as important as people think.
It's not, and I mean, it's about being realistic. You know, like I was just saying, like how we always say on this podcast. I'm not gonna keep saying it over and over, but it's kind of like the guys. You know, for example. Most guys, a girl who might want a guy who goes to the gym every day and, you know, eats this way and does this and he looks like this, and but then it might be the same type of girl who ain't doing that for herself. So you think the guy who is doing that for himself wants you? I can't speak because I'm not that guy, but I'm just saying, I'm being real. And so before anybody else even say it, you know, he ain't that type of dude. You dang right. I'm very self-aware.
I'm not saying I'm that guy. I'm not.
I'm not. I'm very self-aware. Okay. But all I'm saying is it could be with anything. It's like most people want people who are in places in life that they're not even working towards. They just like the idea of having these things. God, we go for both ways, guys and girls. Us dudes who want bad females until it's time to deal with one. It's like,
now, you know, the interesting thing about the gym guys, I feel like the gym guys is getting pushed out because most girls that I know, they don't want the gym guy because they don't want, they're not, as to your point, they're not doing that. And so they don't want the guy that's all chiseled and going to the gym 5 days a week because they know that guy gonna be pushing them to go to the gym and they ain't trying to go to the gym.
They come find me.
Yeah, so I'm telling you, more girls right now than not are like, we want dad bod. We don't really want, like, you know, you could be like somewhat athletic, but they're not really going for like the chisel. Like, I'm in the gym 5-6 days a week. Like, girls ain't really, unless they doing that too. Obviously, the girls is doing that too. They will rock with that. But outside of that, like, girls is not, they ain't wanting that.
Yeah, I mean,
so, you know, dad bods is in.
Hey, man,
y'all winning right now.
Wait,
Let me not say I'm there too. I'm not, ain't even about to act like I ain't right there with y'all.
But man, I think also I do think that at the end of the day, what social media has pushed, what I have experienced firsthand a lot, is you don't appreciate what you have right in front of you.
For sure.
And then you're looking.
For sure.
You could deal with somebody with the dad bod, and you still like, oh, about really in a picture perfect world, I still want this person.
Yeah.
And then, so you're never really happy with who you have or who you are as a person, because you could be idolizing, for females, it could be, I'm idolizing the girl who's doing this and this. And for the guy, I want the guy like this. But right now, I'm not that type of girl, and that's the type of guy I have next to me. And it's kind of like social media has fooled people to thinking like, just because you see it for 30 seconds of their lifestyle,
right? That's
not saying that their lifestyle is perfect.
Right.
They go through many different things.
That's the sad part about it, actually, really, when you say that out loud, that I do think we live in a world where nothing is ever enough.
No.
Like, no matter what it is that somebody wants from you, when you give that to them, they're just going to want more, or they're going to want something else. Like, nobody ever gets to a point where they're like, I'm happy, I'm content with what I have. It's always, okay, yeah, you're doing this, but I want you to do this. Or, yeah, you're doing it, but I want you to do more of it.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, like, can we not just appreciate what we have? Like, we can yearn to have more, but in that desire to have more, you should always have a strong appreciation for what it is you do have.
Yeah.
You know, and I think a lot of people miss that appreciation part. Like, they're just so focused on, I want this, I want this, I want this. And it's like, that's cool, but are you really taking time to appreciate what you have?
And I feel like a big part in my generation too is that people are afraid to build. I think we tend to we see it, we want it now. But a lot of people, I'm not gonna say girls, it could be girls, guys, both sides are afraid to just be like, okay, we're here right now, let's build together. Nah, I'm just gonna find somebody who already got it.
Right.
And especially if I could see if it's somebody who's sitting down, not doing nothing with their life, and they like, okay, let's build, and they say no. But if it's like we're both actively working, why not let's try to build together?
Yeah.
Or you rather leave and go find somebody who you think has it, and you mess around and don't have it.
Man, so that brings up something interesting. I saw this on Paul Pierce's podcast. He had Hitmaker on there. And man, I can't remember the exact question that he asked. It had to do with marriage. I'm like, did it have anything to do with loyalty? I think it just had to do with marriage, I think. And basically he was like, man, I wish I could remember exactly how he said it, because I feel like that I need to say it right to put the context. But essentially what he said was, and whatever he was talking about, he basically was like, the foundation is only there when two people come together that have nothing and build something together. And he was like, outside of that, you have nothing. And I was just like, man, he kind of has a point there, because the person, if you have nothing and you meet someone that has nothing, that has nothing don't mean like, you know, you homeless, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know, two people come together that have nothing and you build something, like, y'all in it.
Yeah.
Like, that loyalty is there. Like, y'all gonna push through. If times get hard, y'all pushing through because y'all built something together. But it's like, if you already got your shit, you meet a female, she already got her shit, so y'all kind of come together. It's kind of like y'all don't really have anything that's motivating y'all to really push through the hard times, because you're like, well, I already got my own shit. She like, I already got my own shit. So I ain't gonna sit here and fight in the trenches with you. Like, why would I do that? Like, I could do that by myself.
Yeah.
And so it's like, nobody wants to fight through the hard times. And going back to social media has made it seem like relationships don't have trouble.
Yeah.
And it's like, every relationship will have trouble. You always gonna have disagreements. You're gonna have things that like y'all butting heads on, y'all at odds with. That's natural and normal. in
Yep.
any relationship. You will have it. It don't matter how good things are. Like you will have that. So it's like now social media got it where it's just like, oh, well, if we have an argument, then I got one foot out the door already because, you know, I shouldn't have to be with somebody that I got an argument with. Like we shouldn't be having no argument. It's like, that's unrealistic.
It is. And I always say, I mean, any relationship I've ever been in, no matter who it was, I've always been like, I'd rather argue with you and work it out
For sure.
than start fresh.
For
Because
sure.
the process started
1,000,000%, bro.
I hate finding out people's favorite color again. I
Yeah,
hate trying to figure out
1,000,000%, bro.
your family. Like it's such a pain. It's more. It's like moving houses. It's like I just want to stay put.
Yeah,
Like,
and I can't, bro. Like I can't stress that enough. Like I really want girls to realize that, where it's just like, as men, we would absolutely rather just work through shit than start over, because starting over, especially, and see, that's the thing. I think that's where, if I'm being real, I think women can't really relate to that because in the beginning, respectfully, the man is having to put forth a lot more effort than the girl. And any girl, any female that would come back and try to combat that, I'd be like, do you want to be courted?
yeah.
Because if you want to be courted, then you can't sit here and argue with me that men don't have to put in more effort. And then you're going to say, but I want to be courted and I want to be treated like this. Let's keep it, but like, men have to put in all this effort. So for a female to start over, it's not that difficult because they're not having to really do much.
Yeah.
Whereas like for us, it's like, man, now we gotta start, we gotta learn about this female. We gotta do this. We gotta take, you know, I don't want to say we gotta be on our best behavior. Like we we don't be, but you know what I'm saying? Like we gotta go through that whole rigmarole of that. And it's just like, 10 times out of 10, I'd rather fight with you and work through that than I would ever want to start over and have to go through that all, because I'm gonna deal with it again anyway.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna be any different. I'm gonna have arguments with you too. I don't want to keep starting over just because we have a fight.
Exactly. I agree. And I think that was my biggest thing I've always preached. Is just like, I really don't want to start over. Not because I'm saying we're not working out or whatever. Like, I just think, like, for what? Like, what did we do that bad? Like, okay, we disagreeing over emotions.
Right.
Cool. We can work on that. Yep. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to work on it again with the next girl anyway.
Right.
So, I mean.
Now, this is a good segue, because this is a real life thing that happened. Yep. And I was talking to my brother about this, and I was like, it's crazy when you stop and think about how life works. Okay. So there was a female that was out of town. She was talking to a guy. By talking, I just mean just conversation, not like dating, interested, just conversation. Okay. So this guy was also in this same city. Neither one of them were there. They agreed to meet up and chill. Okay. They didn't discuss what that meant. There wasn't anything that would have said one way or the other what it was. It just was very casual conversation. We're in the same city. Sure, we can meet. It's like me asking a girl to coffee. That's not implying anything. It doesn't mean I'm interested. It doesn't mean I'm not. It's just, let's just meet up for coffee. So you have the girl, this guy is supposed to meet up. You have the third guy that met the girl, was also in the same city, met the girl. So the girl and the original guy were supposed to meet up and hang out. The girl ended up, instead of hanging out with the original guy, met up with this third guy because they did a photo shoot. So she met up with the third guy to go through photos and stuff like that. Now she ended up being interested in the guy, the third guy, the third person. The third person was interested in her. So, you know, they ended up kind of chilling, doing whatever. And now to bring this all home, what's interesting is that the girl was just wanting to chill with the first guy. The first guy was thinking that there was interest from the girl. So he's going into it as, she's interested in me. She was going into it as, it's just a casual hangout. The first guy now has issue with the second guy because he's thinking that, oh, the second guy knew that me and her were supposed to hang out. And he probably told her not to hang out with me and instead hang out with him. And where I thought that was interesting was you have three people that all are involved in the same situation, but none of them have any idea what the other person is thinking. And so now you got a guy that's bitter with the girl because you played me. You also have that guy that's bitter with the guy because he's looking at it as like, you knew I was like trying to holler at her and you came in and snaked her. The second guy is like, I didn't even know y'all was doing anything. Like, I'm finding out this all after the fact. The girl is like, oh, I didn't even know he looked at it that way. Like, I wasn't trying to imply that there was anything going on. So it's like, it really put in perspective in life where it's like, we all think how we feel about something is known amongst the people that we're dealing with. When in reality, nobody knows that I'm looking at it this way and that you're looking at it. Like, everybody thinks that everybody knows because we know it. We think everybody else knows it too. And in reality, nobody else knows it. Only we know it. But then we respond and act as if everybody knows the way that we know it.
I'm not gonna lie. How I'm approach this. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it to the whole thing. I could see guy one's frustration.
Yes.
Not with dude, because I don't believe in getting mad at a dude. Game is game. May the best man win. That's how I see it, right? But sometimes it's like, okay, so why are we talking? Why are you agreeing to hang out with me if you don't have any form of interest in me? Because now, are you just doing this for the free meal? Are you doing this because you think we're cool? And like, I tell a lot of girls before, like, if I wanted a friend, I'll get a dog. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, so if you think like I'm over here taking you out to coffee, lunch, whatever, and not saying I'm trying to sleep with you, but at the very least, you know who I am, you know what I look like, I know who you are, I know what you look like. We're agreeing to meet up, take time out of our day. Not saying we gotta do anything. It could be as simple as just going to get coffee. But as we're doing that, I'm trying to get to know you, trying to probably pursue you.
Yeah.
In an innocent, but in a way that's kind of like, I would want more or to explore this.
Yeah.
So why are you agreeing to go out with me if you like, what you want, free coffee?
So I can put some context to that. Okay. I can put some context to that because so as I've mentioned in earlier podcasts, like, I have a lot of female friends. I always have my entire life. And so it's always beneficial because I can get their perspective on things and we can do it in a way where neither one of us is interested in each other, so we can be real. And the reality is, women don't realize that doing those type of things is interpreted the way that we interpret it. I have talked to women that they have given me scenarios, and I'm like, this is what he's gonna think, and they're just like, really? And I'm like, yes, I am telling you with 100% certainty, he is going to think you're interested. And they're just like, I'm just being nice, or I'm just this, or I'm just that. And I'm like, I get it. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just letting you know from a man's point of view, this is how he's going to take it.
I feel like, though, because I say that, but then also I do have homegirls, right? But I think the difference is that it was just communicated very, very early, like, hey, or either, hey, like, hey, I got a man, but like, we're cordial, and they break up and we still friends, whatever. Or, hey, I'm not interested in you, but I think you're a great person. And it goes both ways, you know what I'm saying? Or it's business, we're like model photographer, whatever, and we just hanging out. So I think by establishing those boundaries early, it gives a clearer picture, because it's not saying I won't take my homegirls out to eat, because I do that all the time. Like, I have homegirls that has been completely innocent for years, and I look at them like, ugh, like, that's another dude to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but if they want to go out to eat, oh, I'll pay. I don't care. I'm not trying to sleep with them. But I think in the early phases of you all just both met, we're not even establishing a friendship. So let's try to establish something bigger.
Yeah. See, I guess I can see both sides of it, because as a man, I can understand his point of view. Like, maybe I would see it differently, and I wouldn't jump to it being that just because of me and who I am. And I like to confirm assumptions. I don't like to just assume that I know what the situation. Like, I'm gonna confirm. So I'm gonna ask you some stuff that's gonna like let me know one way or the other. But I could see his point of view, but I also could see hers, because it's just like, well, if we've not had any type of conversation that would make you think that I was interested, Why is us meeting up? Why would that be implied that I'm interested just because we're doing something that in and of itself is very neutral, right? I mean, you just said it yourself. Like you got homegirls that you will go out to dinner with. Yeah. So it's not like going out to dinner mutually means like we're interested in each other. Like we cannot be interested in each other and hang out.
I don't think it's I don't think it's the action. I think it's just the timing of I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go after you, pursue you. Now I think to your point, you're right. As a man, you should probably clarify, like, hey, just so you know, I think you kind of cute.
Right.
And then it's like they're like, oh no, it ain't like that, but we can hang out though. He's like, okay, cool. Now I know where I stand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At least I can respect that.
Right.
Or if it's, oh, thank you, you are too. I can't wait to see you. Now it's like, oh, right. Okay, right. I'm up in there. So right. it just depends. Like, yeah. But I think, like you said, I think having that conversation up front, or even asking questions up front to make things clear going into like that date or outing, will help clear the room a lot easier.
It will, and I think like I'm gonna keep a real type of guy.
Yeah,
like I'm gonna just straight up ask. You know, if I'm in that situation, I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm feeling you. Yeah. I just want to know, is it reciprocated, or you know where you stand, just so I know how to move with what we doing. Like I'm gonna just straight out ask, because number one, like I don't want to do anything that's gonna have me looking stupid, and also don't want to waste my time. So if I'm interested in you, and the only reason that I'm trying to do what I'm trying to do is because I'm interested in you. Well, if I know you're not interested in me, then I'm not going to waste my time, respectfully.
No, respectfully.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not interested in me like that, like, I'm not looking to just chill to make friends. So if you don't see me that way, or not even want to pursue that, or, you know, jump into it at all, then yeah, like, let's not even waste each other's time.
Do you feel like guys can have great homegirls and new homegirls that they never thought about cracking?
Man, so we kind of talked about this, I think, on the first podcast. Or no, actually, we didn't. This was something that I talked about on a podcast that I used to have. And because everybody always say like guys and girls can't be friends, because the notion that they always give is, okay, if a guy's saying like he's just friends with a girl, but he has an opportunity to crack and he takes it, then clearly like guys can't be friends. And I think, to me, like I've never subscribed to that, because I don't think the barometer is, would I sleep with you or not? Like I have a lot of female friends that it's like they're attractive. Like why would I, like, of course, like why would I not want to have attractive female friends? They're attractive. If I don't even want to say opportunity, like if the stars aligned and we just somehow was in a situation to where we could sleep together, there's female friends that I would do it. But I'm like, every time I'm with them, I'm not plotting on how I can sleep with them. I don't even think about it, but I wouldn't say no if the opportunity presented itself. That, to me, that doesn't mean that guys and girls can't be friends. It's like, just because I would jump on an opportunity doesn't mean anything. Am I actively trying to do it? That's what dictates whether or not you can be friends with this girl or not. Like, can you maintain boundaries? I can maintain boundaries with all of my female friends.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Just be like, if we mutually decide to cross that boundary, what's wrong with that?
Yeah. Do you think that, you know, the woman has that power over the man to be like, hey, like, I know we're friends, but I want this? Because I know, like, if as a guy, it's like, I can't tell my female friends, hey, I want to crack. And they can be like, boy, you crazy. But if they tell me, hey, I'll try crack, I'm gonna be like,
so, you know, see, the thing about that is that it goes back to what we was talking about last week.
Yeah.
Where guys, the reason why we'll just be like, yes, is because to us, we don't put that much weight on it. Like, it's a physical thing, and we're like, yeah, like, I would love to hit that, but I'm not going to cross that boundary. But if she comes over on my side, I'm not telling her to go back.
Yeah.
Whereas like females, it'd be the other way. Like, females can be like, I'm attracted to you, but I'm not going to do that because of this reason, this reason, this reason. And guys don't really be having the reasons. We like, nah, if you want to do it, I'm going to definitely jump on the opportunity. So it's like, do girls have the advantage? Absolutely.
We can be friends.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's also the thing with guys. Like, a guy could be like, we can have sex and then we can go back to being exactly how we were. Like, we don't have to make it. Not every guy can do that. Some guys do, like, fall and all that stuff. But a lot of us, we can literally cross that line and then come right back and fall right back into position, and it'd be cool.
Yep.
Now, I don't think girls believe that. Maybe they've had like experiences where that wasn't the case. And it's, again, like, some guys will fall hard and all that type of stuff. But like, a lot of us, we could definitely do that and then be like, yeah, like if you want to just go back to being friends after that, cool.
Yeah,
But
I think it definitely does. I've been there. I think it does create a weird new boundary where you're like, "Are we hanging out again? Oh, it's getting kind of late. Usually you go home, but since we did this before, and I'm kind of in the mood, and you wanna," and that's where like the lines get kind of blurred at
yeah,
that point because it's
yeah.
like now they don't want to hang out or you don't hang out because every time you hang out, you gonna think you're trying to crack. And I mean, that's common territory though.
It does, and I think that's where I think men make mistakes. And
Mhm.
I can say that because I've made that mistake. Like I've had situations where we do things and then it's like I'm trying to do it every time.
Yep.
Where women think differently. They're like, I did it then, I was in the mood, or I had a moment and I wanted to explore it, but I don't want every time we hang out, I don't want you trying to sleep with me.
Yeah.
Whereas like guys oftentimes will make the mistake of
Mhm.
always trying to do it. And it's like the right way to do it is again going back to your position and playing that position. And it's like if you get called to the field and she
Yeah.
needs you to fill in, then
Hey,
boom,
your thing.
you jump in and you do what you do and you enjoy it, and then you go back to your position.
Yeah.
And it's like if more men did that, I think more women would feel comfortable
Yeah.
crossing that boundary if they knew that it was like I can do this, I can enjoy it, but then we go back like I can still have my space. He respects my boundaries, and then when I'm ready, boom, boom, boom.
I mean, I have one homegirl I've crossed boundaries with, and in that moment, like I realized like why she was still just a homegirl afterwards. It's because like she was talking crazy afterwards. Cause mind you, like she'll tell me,
Do tell. Give
oh
me like
yeah,
give me
no,
context.
cause like, she'll tell me like all her stories, like oh this guy yada, right? And then one night we was just chilling, drinking. She was like, hey, like I think we should just do it. And I said, hey, look, my game, like I'm getting kind of old. My knees starting to
Oh,
buckle.
here you go.
I'm cramping up. Like I can't
Yeah,
perform like this.
yeah,
It's more a
yeah.
performance thing for me. And she was like, hey, you lying. I said, all right, do our thing. It was cool. I did good, but like it wasn't all that.
Yeah.
And so like after that we made friends, but she every time now she's like, yeah, your dick weak. I was like,
Oh, damn.
but then it kind of smoothed this shit out a little
Yeah,
bit because I
yeah,
was like, you right,
yeah,
you damn right,
yeah,
but no, yeah. So I think having like homegirls that if you do that with, that can reset it and
yeah.
be like, yeah,
Yeah, well, I mean that's a valid point. Like you gotta, cause your homegirl gonna be the one to keep it real with you and say
yeah.
that shit.
I mean, that's why I
And
respected. I was
yeah,
like, I
you
told you
gotta
going
be able to
in.
deal with that, cause
I tell anybody, I'm really self aware.
yeah.
Okay, I could either drop 100 points or I'm a bench player.
Yeah, hey, at least
You
you
know what I'm
know
saying?
though. You know what I'm saying? And you
Yeah,
like, hey,
like
I don't know which one you gonna get, but
yeah.
hey, I'm just letting you know right
I'm
now.
call me Bam out of bio. Like
Right,
I'm gonna drop
right,
83
right.
points randomly one night, and the rest of the season I might drop 10.
Right. Hey, honestly, I feel like that's most guys. To be
Yeah,
honest, like sometimes we have off days just like anybody else. You know
I
what I'm
used to be
saying?
ashamed. Now I'm kind of
And
like I'm very self aware.
yeah, it's like it is what it is. But
But yeah, so but let's see. We
let's segue to Sony talk because
yeah, yeah. I know.
I wanna talk Sony because
Yep.
FX5 is rumored to be coming
Yep.
out. So I've been seeing a lot of content.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna say it irritates me. It doesn't really irritate me because I don't let things on the internet irritate me. But I will
Hmm.
proverbially say it irritates me because two reasons. Number one, people are acting like this FX5 is just like something that's just so earth shattering that it's oh my god, it's just
Hmm.
gonna be the greatest thing in the world, which it's not.
Nope.
And then also, I'm still seeing people put out content talking about rumors that have already been confirmed to not be true.
Yep.
Like I just saw somebody put out something yesterday talking about it's going to have global shutter. Like that's already been confirmed to not be the case,
Yep.
but people are still putting out that content probably for engagement bait, putting it out there just so somebody like me will come and be like, "Da, you're just saying that."
Yep.
And I'm just like, I mean, I hate to alienate Sony, any brand, because I'm not one of those people. I'm like, I still use a Canon 5D Mark IV in
Yep.
2026. So clearly, I don't care about gear. I choose to use what I use
Hmm.
because I think there's more in the person behind it than the camera itself.
I agree.
But my goodness, Sony users, it's just,
Yeah.
ah,
So here's my biggest thing. like I saw everybody going crazy about they're like, oh, 5K open gate too, right? And like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, we got open gate. And it kind of made me go back to like the whole Apple versus Android thing where
Mm-hmm.
people always joke like, man, Android had that like 2 years ago. Apple just got it. And that's kind of how I feel because it's like even on my S1H, which was dropped, shoot, 2016, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Don't quote me on that, but it's about 18 years old, and it has 6K open gate.
Yep.
6K, not 5K,
Yep.
6K. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
At 24 frames per second.
Yep.
The S5 II has 6K at 30 frames per second. So like it has 5K of course and all that. But it's like why y'all getting hyped over things that
Yep.
came out long ago by
Yep.
other brands.
Yep. Yep. And that's the part that's irritating
Yes.
because
Y'all just got
it's
it.
like to think that this camera's gonna come out and crush everybody else when there's cameras that already has it.
Yeah.
Okay. And I mean, I've always felt that OpenGate it's over exaggerated anyway to begin with. But it's just like nothing about this FX5 is anything great. I'm honestly not sure, like being very honest, I'm not sure why any Sony user is touting this camera like it's something special. Everything that's in it, it's already in other cameras. There's nothing that has been announced, has been talked about with this camera that is something that no other camera has and hasn't had for a while. So it's like, how is this camera that great when there's nothing in it that is proprietary to it and only it?
The FX3, but with open gate, that's in
Right.
higher resolution.
Right.
That's all that you really get.
16 megapixels, stack sensor, 5.2, open gate 3.2, triple base ISO, which I'm seeing reports that that's not even been confirmed. So don't even know if that's going to end up being the case or not.
The FX6.
So it's just like,
I'll get the FX6 still.
yeah, like there isn't like and this is not. Sony will try to say you're hating or it's like, oh, but you shoot Canon. That's the reason why you saying it. It's like, no, like I'm just very unpartial to things. I just look at what it is, and there's nothing on paper that says this camera, especially, and I mean the price. I mean, they're talking it might be $5,000.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So it's just like, tell me how this camera is so great.
No, because honestly, I think one of the top brands right now. I might get some slack, but I think Nikon.
Absolutely. If you wouldn't have said Nikon, I was gonna say Nikon.
Yeah, it's Nikon.
Like I
shoot Panasonic, but Nikon.
Yeah, and I shoot Canon. I use my brother's. He's got a ZR, and I shot with that thing for a week during WPPI, and I enjoyed shooting with it, even with the shortcomings because people are always gonna find things to complain about. The thing that I'm like, this camera is amazing, and the reason why I say Nikon is winning is because of the price point that they bring out their cameras. Like look at the Z8. The Z8 was basically a Z9 in a smaller body, and the price point was amazing. Look at the ZR, amazing specs, great screen, $2,200.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like to me, that's what's really killing the game is that they're putting so much in their cameras. They're not really worried about cannibalizing other cameras that they have, and the price point that they're bringing it out is just bonkers.
When they bought red, that was
Yep.
The red color, it's not, I mean, it's really like
and
I love Panasonic. I really do. It's one of my favorite brands, but I almost switched to Nikon when I was in between cameras because when I got rid of my S5 II, I was either S1H or Nikon, and I was
like, I almost switched to Nikon when the D850 came out.
Okay,
because at that time, that camera had everything that I was like wanting from Canon, because that was back in the time when Canon was very Apple-like, and they would bring out what they wanted to bring out, and you were gonna like it, and we don't care what our base wants. You're gonna take what we give you, and you're gonna like it. When that D850 came out, like it checked all the boxes for me, and if it wasn't for how much I was already invested in the Canon ecosystem, I absolutely would have made that switch to Nikon for sure.
Yeah, I got an update for y'all. Look into the camera when I say this. I did something yesterday, y'all, that I didn't think I'd ever do in my life. But I shot a video, And last week on this podcast, I said,
Yeah, we talked about shooting wide open, and
I
you,
said if I buy f 1.8, I'm shooting at f 1.8.
What did you? So you shot yesterday, and you shot. What was
Yeah,
your aperture? What were you shooting
I
at?
was between about I was at f9 for the most part. I
F9,
went to f11 for a
F9.
set.
You were shooting on a 2.8,
Yeah,
2.8 lens, and you was at
like I
F9,
shoot like
huh?
on a two lens, like 2.0, f2. Yeah, and because you know what it came down to, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was sitting there, like, man, this lighting have ND filter, but the filter gives off like a weird, especially indoor, it mess with the colors, you know what I'm saying? So I took off the filter. I'm like, okay, well my ISO is at what right now? It was low, like 640, because I'm trying to accommodate for like the sun coming through the glass.
Mm-hmm.
Shutter at 180 degrees, you know what I'm saying? And then I was like, my F, okay. If I just, I'm like, it
Mm-hmm.
was hurting my soul every tick.
Mm-hmm.
It
Mm-hmm.
was like F2, F2.5, F3, F4. And I was like, okay, it's getting better. Then my other base is a 4000. So I go up to 4000 and I use, I go like to F9 and it looked real crispy.
Yeah, man.
I was like, ah.
Yeah, man. Come to the dark
I
side.
said,
Okay, stop these
man,
lenses down. Okay, the whole
man,
argument of I don't
man.
buy a 1.4 to not shoot a 1.4. That is very amateur talk. And I'm not saying that
I
to
know.
be elitist. I'm not saying that to be rude. I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. But it really is amateur to say I'm not going to care about the situation in front of me. I'm going to shoot at 1.4 because I bought a 1.4, and that's going to be my justification. I don't care if what I'm shooting would be better suited at f4. I'm going to shoot at 1.4 anyway because I didn't buy this 1.4 to not shoot at 1.4.
That was me though. I
That's
ain't gonna lie.
that's amateur behavior.
I know, I
That's
know. And I
amateur
saw a lot of
behavior.
things. I was like, man, the focus look a lot. Pulling focus a lot
Yeah,
easier. Like,
especially in our wheelhouse, right? Like you can get away with that in photos. I think like in photos, it's
yeah.
not as critical as it is in video. Like video is not just, well, we're gonna shoot everything wide open because depending upon what we're shooting, that very much might not make sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to look at the scene in front of you and be like, this would be better suited at f4 or 5.6 or 11 because we need this, we need whatever the case may be.
Mhm.
So it's like in the video world, that's not the space to just be like, I'm always going to shoot wide open.
I know. I got to the point, and mind you, I know a lot about videography. I know a lot about everything. I had to open up Gemini. I said, is it normal to shoot an F9 while outside? It said yes. I said, all right.
Yeah,
I
bruh.
said,
Man,
oh, I was
I'm
hurt.
telling you, dog. Like
Oh, I was hurt.
I don't shoot wide open most of the time. Like it just it's very few and far in between these days for me to shoot wide open. And I don't always shoot it like at f9. When I say I don't shoot it at wide open, I'm not
Like
necessarily at
F4,
f9.
right?
Like yeah, I might be. I'm at 4, 5.6,
Yeah.
something where you still get some softness to the background, but
Mhm.
you still get some context. And that's really what I be pushing. Like when I say don't shoot wide open, I'm not saying you gotta shoot at f11, f22. You don't gotta have the whole background in sharp focus, but I mean, even stopping down to f4, like you still get some nice background blur, but you get just a little bit of that detail back. It's just a nice balance between your subject and understanding what's behind them.
So this podcast y'all is shot like at f5.6 right now.
Yeah,
Because
man.
I had to stop down because I noticed I was out of focus. Some other clips that y'all brought to my
Yeah,
attention.
they was dogging them too.
If they say,
Like
yeah, you need Sony out of focus, don't you? I say, and see that stuff I can't respond to because I'm like, y'all right, y'all was right.
Yeah, at the end of the day,
I gotta,
I mean, we don't take this podcast that serious. That's the most important thing.
Yeah,
If
man.
anybody could take anything away from it, like it's just two guys just chilling and talking about life and camera stuff.
Yeah,
like that's
man.
really all it is. It's never that serious. It's never ever that serious. So at the end of the day,
Yeah.
if people got something to say, they got something to say.
I do
But
appreciate the love. That way, like my phone really don't stop. I had to
yeah,
turn off the notifications for Instagram and TikTok, Facebook too, because it was just like, oh, all these comments, dude.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
my phone buzzing
Like I
every
said,
2 seconds.
I never look at them
I
because
don't, but
I I know I'm not going to respond. I don't care. And contrary to what people think, because when you say you don't have time to do it, they always come back and be like, but you got time to sit in front of a mic and just talk about that. Yeah, because I carve out this time to do it because I just enjoy. This is kind of like an outlet, you know. We just get to talk about shit. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. But I have no desire to read all the comments and respond and defend and all of that because it's not that deep at all. And it's never worth it because it's like if I say something and you disagree with it, that's fine. Yeah, I'm okay with you disagreeing with what I say. You know, if you come back with something meaningful, I might respond. You know, if you actually give me some meaningful response, but you don't get that most of the time. You know, it's usually just people defending themselves when it's like, okay, well, that's great.
I think it's just one of those things too, where it's like, I'm not trying to sound big and bad or anything, but it's just like people have like the rude comments about it ever really said to your face. That's the funniest part.
Correct.
Like they'll see you like, oh hey, I saw your clip.
Most of them have private profiles.
Exactly.
Like if you ever notice that, like if you go to somebody that's really talking shit and you just hover over their name, private. Most of the time they private, and it's just like, yeah, you know, if you saw me and I was saying this in front of you, would you be saying that same thing? Probably not. No. You know what I'm saying? So
especially like you could disagree, but the level of disrespect is crazy.
Yeah, but you take the bad with the good. That's what I've always said. Being in this space, and you know, when I first started YouTube, I don't even remember when I started my YouTube channel. It was like 2013. I'm not consistent with it at all. Never have been. But when I first started, I was very defensive. You know, because when I do my YouTube videos, I don't talk about anything that I don't know about. So if I'm doing a video on it, it's because I'm knowledgeable in what I'm talking about. And I also wouldn't put out the video and not know that what I said was correct. Like, not only do I already know, but I verified just to make sure that I'm not, you know, confused. Like it's like everything that I'm talking about, I've already fact checked it. I know that it's correct. So like when people would come back and say stuff, I would want to defend because I'm like, well, I know you're wrong. Yeah. And so I would defend to every comment. Yep. And it got to the point where it was just like, this is a waste of time. Yep. Because there's some people that will argue just for the sake of arguing. There's some people that no matter what, you're not going to convince them that they're wrong. And so it's just kind of like, why am I going back and forth with somebody on the internet that I don't know and will probably not say this to me in real life? Like, why would I even give you that energy? Yeah. So it was tough for me, but I eventually got to a point where now it's like, I respond because I respond to all my comments, but you say something, I'll hit you with a thumbs up. Yeah. I'll hit you with hey, thanks for the insight. Thanks for the constructive criticism. Like I don't care because it doesn't matter. It's like at the end of the day, I'm gonna still do what I'm doing. Yeah, you know.
I do like always so caught up in what I'm doing or what I'm saying. So I feel the need to really be rude back, but what I'm saying that's crazy. But at the end of the day, yeah. So on that note, though.
I mean, it won't be 4th of July when this comes out, but it's 4th of July today. 4th of July. Happy birthday to America. Happy birthday, 250 years old. Yeah. It's a great thing, I guess.
You got any plans later on, or you?
You know, honestly, no. I'm tired, to be real. I feel that. And I'm probably going to just chill. I feel that. I'm probably going to chill. Like it's been a good day, but I think I'm gonna relax and chill out. And that's my life. Like when people be in there talking shit, like, hey, I'll be chilling on the couch.
That's me, relaxing. Man. Like, I be doing. You was like, you do anything today? I was like, nope. I'm at home.
We be hella unbothered, just chilling, man.
I just gotta pop a shot, y'all. But go throw some hoops up and.
This guy, this guy.
My shopping is crazy sometimes.
Oh, I mean, that's all I can say.
Yeah, my shopping. This guy. I don't know what's gonna be. I'd be surprised.
Your Amazon order list gotta be crazy.
My cart right now.
Yeah, it's gotta be crazy. Just the random shit that you buy. Like every other day, bro. It's just something random that you bought, whether it's camera related or not. It's still just be hella random.
I went through 2 cameras this week.
Right.
Oh, I didn't even use it.
It ain't even here. Like I literally heard about a camera at the start of the week. I'm here to record the podcast. Camera gone already.
That was 2 went through here. Got a basketball hoop in the living room or the kitchen area. So yeah, I'm all over the place, man.
Oh, but you know that's life. Live life, man.
Man, you
See,
only young
that's the
once.
funny thing. Now when I see comments, somebody saying something about you, I'll be like, this man probably shooting his dad pop a shot in his dining room. It's like that's who you insulting right now. Like somebody that's got a damn arcade basketball shit in his dining room.
Not
And
worry
he's
about nothing.
lobbing up shots right now.
Yeah.
Like that's who you dealing with.
Like, come on, man. Like, I'm not taking nothing serious in life. Said, screw a
Oh
dinner
shit.
table. You get
Hey
popped a
man.
shot.
That's what's up though.
But yeah. All right. Well, this is another episode. We'll see y'all next week. Yeah, next week again. And
When you gonna be out of town?
I go to town the week after.
Yeah, so you gonna do some on the town on out of town on the road podcasting?
I'll be in San Antonio.
I was in San Antonio last year. That was an
Yeah, I'm not really
interesting city.
too excited.
Yeah,
So
it was.
in Texas is cool. I just went to where was that? Houston a couple like month and a half ago, 2 months ago. And I mean that was cool, but I don't know. It's hard for me to get some connections out of Texas like
Yeah,
that. I'm going to Atlanta. I have like one person I want to do something with, but I might do a little something on the road. You know what I'm saying?
man. I want to challenge you when you're in San Antonio. Find somebody that you could put on the podcast. Yeah, like just even if it's a rant, like find somebody
Mm-hmm.
that you could have as a guest.
Okay.
San Antonio edition.
That's the thing though. Every city I travel to, I bring podcast stuff. Then I get there, I don't do nothing with it. It's
Yeah,
just in my
so
bag.
I'm gonna push you to do like to set it up. You know what I'm saying? And
All right,
just
bet.
find somebody, even if it's like finding a photographer, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
that you could put on or something. Just something. Find somebody that you could put on and just have that guest and keep it going.
bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's only that one Sunday. After that, I'm back for like another 5 6 weeks straight.
Yeah.
So,
All right,
but
man.
all
Well,
right,
another one in the books.
all right, y'all. On that note, I'm out of here.
We out.
We out. Peace.